Hello, everybody, and a good day to you all. Today, I'm talking about Snowden. The movie was directed by Oliver Stone. It's starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Shailene Whitley, Ray's Evans, Melissa Leo, Zachary Quinto, Tom Wilkinson, and Nicolas Cage, and many, many others. This movie is about Snowden. It's about Edward Snowden and how he pretty much started in the military and how he ended up in exile in Moscow. Now, Edward Snowden started off as a soldier, but his body couldn't handle it because of an injury. He had to try a different route to serve his country. He still wanted to serve his country. He's still a very patriotic person, and he wanted to give back and serve. So he became part of the CIA, and he used his mind to help the CIA with pretty much surveillance. Oh, I can't even say the word. But anyway, it pretty much spy on everybody. They spy on everybody. They pretty much spy on their enemies, and after a while, they started to pretty much learn how they spy on everyone through our Facebook, or through our texts, and through our emails, and things like that. And the more he grew in the agency, the more he was exposed to, the more it started to affect him emotionally, mentally, and physically, and also how it affected his relationship with his girlfriend, played by Shailene Whitley. She played Lindsay Mills, his long-term girlfriend, and how it affected their relationship as well, because the more he started to learn about what was actually going on, what he actually was doing, the more he couldn't tell his girlfriend. The more he kind of pushed her away, and it kind of made a strain on their relationship. And he also had some health issues as well, because the job he was doing was very stressful, and it was also affecting him in a very, very bad way. He had I think epilepsy, so he having seizures, and the stress of his job was triggering it, making it even worse. But he was struggling with his moral compass inside of himself, because he's like, the thing that we're doing is wrong, even though we're supposed to be doing this to help us, but it seems like we're just spying on everybody now, which doesn't seem to be going against our own constitutional rights. So he was struggling with the idea of, like, should he expose this to the world, or should he keep him to himself? Should he be the good little soldier and just follow orders, or should he tell everybody what's actually going on with our government and let them decide for themselves if this is the way they want to be treated? Do they want to be spied on? Do they want to be treated just like like a terrorist or a criminal, or do they want to have their rights to privacy just like everybody else should? Yes, that's pretty much what the movie's all about. Now, before I get into the good, I'm gonna start with the bad. The bad part is the movie is really long, and it's not really it's not an action movie at all. It's a lot of talking, but the subject matter is very intense, and sometimes it does seem to drag on a little bit at times. Even though the information that was given you was interesting, and the actors portraying these characters was done quite well, I did enjoy it. It could have I think the movie could have been cut down a little bit, just a little bit at certain times. But other than that, I did enjoy the movie quite a lot. So it wasn't gonna be a lot to say that was actually really bad for me. Let's move on to the good. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt did an amazing job playing Edward Snowden. You see him, the pain he's going through, the job that he's doing, how it's affecting him as a person. You see him struggling with the idea of, should he expose this to the world, or should he keep it to himself? And how his relationship between um Shanley Whitley's character Lindsay, I think they both did an amazing job. I actually do believe their chemistry, and I believe their relationship, because she was a liberal and he was conservative, and you start to see how her relationship with her started to sway him more to like a liberal side, because he started to be more exposed to more things to what our government was doing. So it made him I wanted to open up his mind a little bit more to other things, which I thought was kind of interesting. And I think all the actors in this show, even though some people had smaller parts than others, I think they did an amazing job. I think they did an amazing job. Um, the directing in this picture was done quite well. I really did enjoy that a whole lot, and the subject matter was quite interesting, and it kept me invested throughout the whole picture, even though it was a little long. So overall, I really did enjoy this movie. I highly recommend that to check it out for yourself. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about Snowden. And do you have any opinions about what he did? Do you think what he did was the right thing to do, or do you think it was the wrong thing to do? Leave your comments down below. There is no wrong answers here. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Oh yes, and if I was gonna give this movie a grade, I'll give it a solid B. Yes. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself. Hopefully you will enjoy it and have a lot of fun watching it. I hope it won't make you paranoid about using your computer. Well, like I said, all I gotta say about that. So give my channel a big old like and thumbs up. Boom. And subscribe to my channel and share. I really would appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams and in real life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.